Hello my friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today are some titles sent to me from Paramount for review, some Arrow titles sent to me from MVD Video for review, some new Blu-rays, some Scream Factory, Shout Factory, and also a few new 4Ks that I picked up this week. So I'm just going to get ready. Oh, and at the end of the video, I am going to do a digital code. I'm going to tell you guys about a digital code giveaway that we're doing. I'm probably going to do those for the next 2 or 3 videos because we're trying to join Yoda back there and get in the holiday spirit. But I'm just going to, so stay tuned for that. But I'm just going to jump right into it with the Paramount titles. And this first one is just, they're all... 4 of them are just classic Eddie Murphy 80s goodness and just so much fun. The first one is the 4K Ultra HD and digital copy for Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. And if you've seen this, you know how much fun it is. If not, I'm going to tell you. Eddie Murphy plays Akeem, who is a prince, and he is supposed to be put in an arranged marriage. And he doesn't want to be in an arranged marriage, so he decides that he wants to take a trip to America, play a common man, and find true love. And he brings with him his assistant, played by Arsenio Hall, and they are just so good together. Their comedic timing is so good, their on-screen chemistry is great, and it's just so much fun. And some of my favorite scenes in this take place in the neighborhood barber shop where Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall play various characters in there. Kind of feels a little bit like a foreshadow for things to come when you think about the Nutty Professor and the Klumps movies where Eddie Murphy played all the characters pretty much in the family in multiple scenes, and those are some of the best scenes in those movies. So I just think Eddie Murphy is a brilliant character actor, and he's so much fun, and anything with him in it, I'm up for watching it. And this is, I've heard this is getting a sequel, and I believe it's coming straight to Netflix. It's either out or it's coming out very soon. It'll be interesting to see where they take the characters some 30 plus years later, almost 40 years later, but it'll be interesting. But I did enjoy Coming to America. I could watch this any day, anytime. Now, this is the 4K transfer. Any special features on here have been ported over from previous Blu-ray releases, so nothing new in that sense. But if you are, there's a noticeable jump from the previous Blu-ray to this 4K. I did notice a difference in upscale in the picture quality. Doesn't have a Dolby Atmos track, but the sound is good. I don't think it's a dialogue heavy film, so I don't think it needs an Atmos track. But it sounded good. It looks really good. So if you're in the market for 4K, I think this is a worthwhile upgrade for you if you're coming from one of the older Blu-rays. Now, one thing just to keep in mind, this particular release comes with a digital copy and a 4K disc. There's no Blu-ray disc. So if you're a person who buys 4Ks just to future-proof and you're not really 4K ready yet, you might want to hold off on this one just because you're not going to get that Blu-ray disc unless you just want to use the digital copy until you get your 4K equipment. But it's definitely, for people who have 4K capabilities, worthwhile upgrade for Coming to America. Now, the slip variant is what Paramount sent to me, but there's also a steelbook that I had on pre-order, and I decided to just get it because, like I said, I really love the movie, and I think it's a nice looking steelbook. So here's the steelbook, and then you have the Akeem's crown on the back. And I thought this was a Best Buy exclusive, but I'm having trouble opening it. I've been seeing people picking this up in Target. So if your Best Buy is low on stock like mine, or you don't want to take chances with the Best Buy bubble mailers, which I can understand, check Target. But I know Best Buy is still mailing them out. So if you want to take your chances that way, if it's not in store, or check Target. So you have interior artwork with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, which it's always nice when they add the little touches, the interior artwork and whatnot. The disc art is the same as the slipcover variant, but with the steelbook here, we get a really cool mini poster for Sexual Chocolate. And if you've seen the movie, which I'm assuming many of you have, you'll know that Sexual Chocolate was the band that was playing at the fundraiser event where Akeem first spots Lisa. So that's all the storyline plot we're going to give away in this review today. So yeah, definitely check out Coming to America on 4K. It's definitely worth the upgrade. Now, the next one they sent me is the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital for Beverly Hills Cop. And in this one, we have Eddie Murphy playing Axel Foley, who is a Detroit cop and his best friend is murdered, and he heads to Beverly Hills to try and solve the crime, find out who killed him and why. And it's a really good cop movie. It's also got a good storyline, and it's got, of course, great comedy because of Eddie Murphy's performance. But really, really good stuff. And again, the special features have been ported over from previous Blu-ray editions. There's no Dolby Atmos, but again, it's really a dialogue-heavy film, so I don't think you're losing anything from not having the Atmos track. It did sound good. It looked good. My only issue with this one is that in January of 2020, they put out this 3-disc collection, and the transfer on this particular Blu-ray, now not the ones before that, but this one from January 2020 and this 4K release, they look almost identical to me. I had a really hard time seeing the difference. So if you have this latest set, I don't know that you need to upgrade to this one. If you don't have this latest set, either upgrade to the latest set from January 2020 or just go right to this if you just want the single release. But like I said, it does come with the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy. So you get a Blu-ray disc and a 4K disc inside, just a standard release. But again, it looks really good. It's a great movie, and if you don't have one of the most recent, the most recent Blu-ray release, I would definitely say go ahead and pull the trigger and pick this one up. So it's definitely worth a buy, and anything Eddie Murphy, you're never going to go wrong with it. You can never have too much Eddie Murphy in your collection, in my opinion. Now, these last two are from the Paramount Presents line. If you've been around the channel, you know that I talk about Paramount Presents on a regular basis. I have almost every release they've put out. And it's a really nice line, and they take things like classic films or films that haven't had a Blu-ray release yet, like Pretty in Pink. And they give them a really nice Blu-ray release, and they do the Blu-ray from a 4K film transfer, so they look really great on Blu-ray. And they all have, this is Trading Places, it's number 12, they all have numbered spines, so that's great. And then you have your front artwork, and then the case is a gatefold case, where you have your original poster art, your original movie poster art. And it comes in, they all come in clear cases, which is great. I love the clear cases. They all have disc art, so you get the nice disc art. And then you get interior art, so you get some nice stills from the film. So they're really nice releases, and they look great, they sound great, and like I said, I'm a big fan of the whole Paramount Presents line, and I'm looking forward to other titles that they're putting out. They've already started, there's already some up for, I think, pre-sale that are coming out during the year. The titles escape me, but I know there's a few coming out. So this one is Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, and we have the Duke brothers who are wealthy, and they decide, they like to do these wagers, and they decide to do a nature versus nurture one, like what makes the person. And they grab Eddie Murphy, who's a street criminal, a hustler type guy, and they have him switch places with Dan Aykroyd's character, who is an overprivileged and very wealthy man, and they try and see what the outcome is. And of course, it's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, really good stuff. And it does take place around the holidays, so this technically could be another Christmas movie, and it's a good time to watch it during the holiday season. It's a nice time to watch it. But it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy it. It's a great 80s film. And I don't know if I mentioned or not, but the special features on this one are all ported over from previous Blu-ray releases, with the exception of a new filmmaker focus with director John Landis on Trading Places HD. And fun little tidbit, if you watch this movie and then you watch Coming to America, you're going to see a little cameo from some people that may look familiar from this movie, so keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, I would definitely pick up Trading Places. That's a really good one. That was one that was on my list. If I didn't get the review copies, I would have definitely purchased it. Along with this one, which is another Paramount Presents. It is spine number 11, The Golden Child. So there's that. And then we have the front artwork and the original poster art, which is quite similar. And I really feel like this is one of those Eddie Murphy titles that is just kind of underrated maybe, but I think it's a lot of fun. And he plays a social worker who is hired to find this golden child who has been abducted, and it's believed he has mystic powers, but he is being held captive by some very bad people. So that's the gist of the movie, and I don't want to get into it because I don't want to spoil anything for people who haven't seen this, because I think a lot of people maybe haven't given this one a chance, but it's well worth it. It's a fun time. It's a good movie. It looks good. It sounds good. This is a great release on this one. And I think it has special features. I think the only new one is like a featurette on the making of the Golden Child, but it's really good. And again, you have the clear case with the similar artwork to the front. We have artwork on the inside. So we have disc art there, and then we have the stills from the movie on the inside. So again, these Paramount Present titles, they are really nice releases. Highly recommend you adding them to any collection. Any physical media collector is going to enjoy them, having these in their collection. Oh, and they do come with digital copy. I forgot to say that because I took them out because they're part of the giveaway. But they do come with digital copy, so you get the digital and you get the Blu-ray with the new scan from the 4K film transfer. But looks really good, sounds really good, and again, this is another fun one. So check out the Golden Child if you haven't; it's well worth the pickup. So I want to thank Paramount for sending those over. I really enjoyed all of them. I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan, and if you're an Eddie Murphy fan too, I think they're all solid upgrades. So definitely check those out. Okay guys, I just have a few titles that I picked up during the week this week. I have my Arrow titles, and then we're going to talk about the digital code giveaway, and we're out of here. The first one I grabbed is the 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray for Brandon Cronenberg's Possessor. Now, as you can see, I got the uncut version because everything that I have been hearing says that the uncut version is the one that you want to see. And how you tell the difference is the uncut comes in this really cool yellow case. It is a sci-fi thriller about elite corporate assassins, and they use brain implant technology to take control of people's bodies to execute high-profile targets. So, sounds like an interesting concept, so we'll see where he goes with this. And this one, it's a Neon title, which is part of Wellgo USA. They generally don't do digital copy. So this just comes with the Blu-ray and the 4K Ultra HD. So let's see. These are really nice looking discs. They have some nice artwork on the disc art. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to checking it out, and then I can let you guys know from what I think for myself. Picture quality, story, how it looks, how it sounds, the whole bit. So that's Possessor. And then I picked up the latest release from Christopher Nolan, Tenet. I have not seen it. I have read complete polar opposite reviews. Some people loved it. Some people were so confused they had no idea what was going on. But what everyone seems to agree on is that it is visually stunning. So I'm really looking forward to sitting down and checking this out. I do enjoy Christopher Nolan films. I'm not like a die-hard fan. I enjoy most of what he does. Some of them more than others, but I would say I have most of his films in my collection. So I'm curious to see what this one has to offer. It's the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray and digital copy variant, and again, it has some really nice artwork. So it has the 4K over here in the Blu-ray, and I removed the digital copy. So we'll see what that has to offer. So I'm looking forward to watching this and giving you guys some more thoughts on it. And then, this is a nightmare. I got the Steelbook for the 4K Blu-ray digital Total Recall. Really, really nice Steelbook. Of course, I don't really get a lot of Steelbooks, but I had to have this one. It comes with a nice clear slip. We have nice artwork on the front. It opens up so you have your front, back, and spine. And then it's a 3-disc collection. And I am just such a huge fan of Total Recall. I've watched it so many times. I love this movie. I've heard mixed reviews about the transfer. People either love it or they hate it. I'm going to sit down and check it out for myself, and I will let you guys know what I think. I just got this yesterday. I had pre-ordered it. The pre-order was canceled, as has been the case with many other films that I have ordered from Best Buy in, I'd say, the last few months. But we'll get into that in another video. But the pre-order was canceled. So then I ordered one in the mail, which is currently lost somewhere in the United States. I have no idea. The tracking is now not even available. Then I found one in North Carolina. It was available in North Carolina, right around the corner from my parents. So they picked it up and they mailed me that copy. That is also lost in the mail. So, long story short, my Best Buy restocked. I put one on for curbside pickup, and I picked this up yesterday. So we'll see if any of the other ones arrive, and if so, they'll probably be returned. But that's my total recall story. So I'm happy to have it in my collection. I can't wait to sit down and watch this latest release, and I'll let you know what I think of the transfer after I give it a look. So then we have some nice new releases from Arrow, and this one is an absolute classic. I live in Jersey. How could I not love it? It is Kevin Smith's Mallrats. This is a fantastic release. It looks great. I watched it the first night it came in. It has tons of special features. Let's see, what else does it? It has it has a theatrical cut, and then it has the extended cut, which is, I guess, a television cut. But you have some really cool disc art and a flipper tray, and you have really nice artwork on the front and on the cover. I just love it. And it comes with a book, and then it comes with a little blueprint of the mall. So really nice release for Mallrats, and I just would love to see more of his filmography. I'd love to see Clerks, Clerks 2, Chasing Amy. I'd love to see more Kevin Smith get the Arrow treatment. I don't know if it will, but Arrow did such a great job, and I just love Kevin Smith. I think he's hilarious, so I enjoyed Mallrats. And this one, complete opposite end of the spectrum. This one is first time on 4K. This is an absolutely beautiful Italian movie called Cinema Paradiso. If you've seen it, you'll understand the cover. This is a beautiful movie. It was formerly out on Blu-ray from Arrow, and then they just released the 4K. Now, I haven't rewatched the entire movie, but I did put it in. I looked at it. It looks beautiful, especially the outside shots or shots where they're eating. Like, there was one shot where they were eating a salad out of a cactus bowl type thing, and the colors were just beautiful and the textures were beautiful. It's amazing. This is a very heartwarming and sometimes sad movie about Salvatore, who was now a successful film director, and he returns to his childhood village to pay his respects to the projectionist who used to show films in the village when he was just a young man, and he is the person who was influential in bringing out his love of film, Salvatore's love of film. So if you are a film lover or a film enthusiast, you will really appreciate this movie. It's just, there's nothing more I can say about it. It's just a beautiful movie and a beautiful story. So definitely check out Cinema Paradiso on 4K. I highly recommend it. Now, this one was one of two that was sent to me from MVD for review, and this one really kind of surprised me. It's called The Deeper You Dig. This is not one that's going to be for everyone, but if you were a fan of indie horror and pretty good indie horror, this film will show you exactly how good of a movie you can make on a shoestring budget. Basically what it is about is there's a woman, and she's a bogus tarot card reader, and she goes by the name of Ivy, and she lives with her teenage daughter Echo, and one day Echo just goes missing, and she suspects Kurt, who is a neighbor. The houses are pretty far apart, who's a guy who's working on a home that basically he wants to flip it. He's going to gut the home and flip it. And the woman keeps going over there and asking, have you seen my daughter? Have you seen her around? And he, no. But weird things start happening to him in the house. And it's kind of like a haunting. You could call it a haunting. But really cool. It's a really cool setting. It's got that indie vibe, but it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like they cheaped out on anything. They did a really good job. And one of the things that made me really enjoy this a lot more was I watched one of the special features, And it was an interview with the Addams family. They are the Addams family, and it is a family. Everyone in this film, it's a father, a mother, and their two daughters. Only one daughter is in this film, but the two daughters are also involved in all their productions. But the family, actually, they do the films, they film it in locations that they own or they're living at, and it was filmed in the Catskills in New York during some snow, so it's a snowy setting film, and it totally has that creep factor. But when you hear them sit down and talk about their process and how much they actually just live and breathe making these horror movies, you will have a whole new appreciation for what they did with this film. And just one thing that's interesting is on this release, this is the front cover art, which I think is really cool. But one of the things that my dogs are playing upstairs, they said hello. It comes with a really nice booklet. Two really nice booklets, or no, a booklet and a poster. So it comes with both, and a card for another set. But you have the Blu-ray for The Deeper You Dig, and then you have another disc there, and it's called The Hatred. And what that is a short film that they made that they included with this, because the reason they made this was they wanted to see if they were going to be able to shoot a film with snow, like snow in the setting. So this was kind of an experimental film, and they just included it in the release, which I think is really cool. So I'm really looking forward to watching that one. But if you pick this up, and like I said, it's not for everyone, but if you're a fan of indie horror, I would say this is one of the better indie horrors I've seen in a really long time. And definitely watch the interview with the Addams family after you watch the film, because you will gain an entirely new perspective and a new appreciation for what these people do. And then the last one they sent me is The Last Starfighter. I haven't seen it in forever. I know we have a guy who wins at a video game, and then he is picked up and transported to fight in an intergalactic war. I do remember this having some Back to the Future vibes, kind of when he gets in the car to go off and go help these people. But I remember really enjoying it. I'm really looking forward to checking it out again. I heard the transfer looks really good, and Arrow always does a great job with their releases and the way they clean up the films and stuff too. They do a great job. So this has a cool kind of funny feeling slipcover, but it's neat. And then you have the artwork here, interior artwork, and it comes with a really nice book, really nice booklet with some stills and some writing about the movie. It also comes with an original movie poster, which is very cool. So if you're a fan and you want to hang this in your movie room, you have, hopefully you can see all that. And then we also have this option. So either one, you can hang it up facing either direction. So that's really cool. And I'm looking forward to revisiting this one, because I do remember liking it. I just don't remember all the details of it. But the main thing that sticks out in my head is him getting into that car that reminds me of Back to the Future, the DeLorean. So those are the movies that were sent to me for review and ones that I picked up. So hopefully you found something or a few somethings that caught your interest. And now I want to talk to you about one of the digital code giveaways I'm doing. I have a digital code for Total Recall, Tenet, The Golden Child, Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, and Coming to America. And I am just going to choose one winner, and one winner will get all these codes. I'm going to pick the winner on this coming Wednesday. What is that? The 23rd? Yeah, 23rd. So I will use a random number generator. So the comments come in on my app in order, so I know whose comment is what number. I'll just choose with a random number generator, and I'll let you know in the comments that you won the digital copies, and then we'll figure out how to, I'll email them to you or whatever. But I believe these are only useful in the United States, because I had sent a friend in Canada the digital code for something else, and she wasn't able to activate it in Canada, even though it was a 4K release. She couldn't activate it. So I don't know, but if you want to enter, just leave me a comment in the comments and just let me know that you want to be in the digital code giveaway, and I'll add your number to the number generator, and then I'll contact you on Wednesday. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, leave me some comments, some recommendations, suggestions. Let me know if you want to be in the digital code giveaway. Hit the subscription button thing there, and the bell notification if you want to know when I upload my videos. I'm going to be back at some point this week. I don't have any big holiday plans. I do have some appointments in the beginning of the week, but by the end of the week I'll be posting again. And I want to thank you guys as always for watching. If I don't talk to you before Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, please have a great holiday. Be safe and enjoy it with the people that you love. I'm going to talk to you real soon, but for today, that's a wrap.